So there's a generation war going on now. The old people from Gen X have decided to weigh in on what they think about it, and to say the least, I'm not having it as a Gen Z. Obviously, I'm totally joking. I still don't understand this obsession with like people saying that we're in a generational war, because we're not. Well, at least I'm not, and most Gen Zs aren't as well. So it is quite confusing. As if you've been on TikTok this week, you will notice a lot of Gen X stuff and maybe some Gen Z stuff and millennials and stuff like that. Basically, Gen X saying that millennials have now given them permission to basically take over the fight for them. And I think even millennials are confused, even though obviously they're the main ones that seem to be like, oh yeah, we need to have this big generational thing because, yeah, just cause.
Gen X rise.
So that is one of many. I'm not going to show you too many more. I'll show you the next one because that goes on to my next point. But essentially, as you can see, it's just older people, I think, that have discovered the internet again. People at my dad's age. Generation X is people born between 1965 and 1980. So that's quite a large, obviously, time, and obviously lots of these people are still alive because you would hope so at that time as well. The fact that this is kind of the age that they're maybe starting to go in technology again because they grew up with it as well. Well, when they got into their 20s they started getting technology. My dad's a Generation X, my mum's a Generation X, both know how to use technology nowadays. But it was one guy in particular I actually did want to talk about. His name is Simon Gen X. I don't reckon that's his name, but if you look at his account here, he's got plenty of videos where Gen X is the main thing and Gen Z is like a wee title as well. He's very obsessed with it. And at first, to be fair, when I actually did some research for this video, I realised it said satire account funny videos. And then I was like, oh, maybe he's just doing this as a joke. But then I realised it said watch snowflakes get emotional. And I went, no, I know what type of person this guy is.
Gen X rise.
So this guy is the mainstay, I would say, in the battle between Generation X and Generation Z. I know I'm saying generation instead of just gen. As you can tell, he's a very dad-looking fellow, if that makes sense. I think you know what I mean. Obviously, that seems to be like a mainstay of anyone over the age of 40 with these bracelets and stuff like that. Like my dad has them, or I don't know if he still does, but he did have them for a while. I remember seeing them all the time when I was growing up in the 2000s, where it was like dads were wearing them. Even some mums, can't say. The guy looks quite Viking-like. I think that's what he's going for. It does seem to be like a lot of lore, if you would say that they like to say they're like Vikings. Don't know if it's just him, to be fair. But yeah, so he's just your generic dad, I would say. Seems like a nice guy so far. One of these dads, it's like you can't say anything nowadays. Everyone just cries and stuff like that, which you can see from his actual bio. So I know what type of person he is. I also think he's English as well. I don't know why in my head I always thought he was American, but then when you look at it, like he's got fairy in the background there, and I don't know why, I just don't imagine that's American. Also, his accent, I think, is English as well. As you can see, that was basically some violence against Gen Z, which I don't agree on. I never condone violence in any way, to be honest, even if I dislike the person. Someone did kind of like make a good point in the comments, being like, oh, I think they've figured out what rage bait is, or at least this guy's figured out what rage bait is, and I think that's why he's doing it. I think he's went, this is getting me lots of interactions. He's got like, obviously he's got more followers than me, but like he's got like a decent amount of followers, 109k, which I do believe a lot of it's probably like a bit of people find them funny and like stuff like that, but I also believe it's a lot of like older people that need like their type of influencer as well. Like all I see in my page is like young influencers because I'm young, and like on everyone else's TikToks you don't really see like an older influencer, which we maybe need, to be fair. But I do think it's weird that he's full accounts on just generation stuff. But I don't know if it's just what's getting them the views now, because obviously they're getting views. That one that I just showed you is at 1.1 million views.
I've got a message for Gen Z. I apologise. I apologise that your mama raised a little bitch.
Start off, I just think it's weird that he's drinking water, well, what I presume is water out of a wine glass. I just wouldn't do that. Go get a pint glass, go get a normal glass. But obviously, I think this is actually the one that said about the rage bait. Yeah, loads of folk are obviously just making fun of them, like Gen X versus the TV remote, Gen Z versus Facebook password. Obviously, it's just people basically insulting them for being old. And I generally think this guy is just rage baiting it. But either way, there maybe is a thing that they're maybe just actually going, I'm not liking this at all. I'm now going to take over and show them that we are very hard and stuff like that. See, I think people just enjoy on TikTok. I think maybe some older people need an actual outlet for saying things. Maybe you know how you always hear about like people being like, oh, like my grandchildren disrespected me and stuff like that. Maybe they're getting to the age that they're maybe like, oh, old people need respected. Maybe this is how they're doing it. By being like, oh, we're Generation X, we need respected. This is maybe how they're doing it. It's not really working out for them, to be honest. It's just making a fool of themselves.
All right, Gen X. It's time to stop messing around and make things happen. We've got thousands of us out here who can help each other reach that 10K goal. Remember the power we had growing up? The music, the energy, the drive? Let's bring that back. We've got the spirit of resilience, the power of community, and the strength to support one another. Imagine what we can achieve when we come together. Follow, like, and comment the age you were the first time you got drunk. Share this video and let's lift each other up. We're in this together. Let's show the world what Gen X is made of. Hit that follow button and let's hit 10K together. We've got this.
So this person's just trying to get paid through TikTok, which I honestly don't fault them at all. If you're wanting paid, you may as well get paid doing something you're enjoying a bit at least. But let's go into the comments. Gen X will be rising into heaven real soon, and she's not happy about that. That's quite a funny comment. Gen X rise up their blood pressure. She's not happy about it. 1972, Gen X, 100%, or just 100. I believe I was 15. And do you know what's funny? And I'm not making this a debate about iPhones or stuff like that. You always notice it's always older generations being like, I'm not going to iPhone. And I can tell for a fact these are not iPhone emojis. Obviously, when you're young, you generally don't care. Well, there's an age range you start to care, but currently I don't care. And I just think it's very interesting that all of these people have commented on Androids. No other reason than just making that comment. So this person, I think, is, like, I don't blame them for trying to get interaction. That is what social media is. That's what the social media world is. Trying to get interactions. And this person, to be honest, I wouldn't say she looks like she's from 1976. I'll throw a wee compliment. You need to give some Gen X's a wee compliment. But I think that's very interesting, the fact that it's working as well, because this person's got 12k followers. And it's like, their TikTok's like family stuff, which is fair enough. Like, they obviously enjoy their family and stuff like that. But I think if you want to make money on it, you may as well. Like, I can't complain. So finally, I thought we'd go back to Simon. And he's got a question for all Gen Z. And we'll just get into it straight away.
I've got a question for Gen Z. You know Gen X goes up to 1965. So that means you're beefing with 60-year-old people. Your nanas and your granddads. What the fuck, guys? Huh? That just ain't cool, man.
You can tell already he's a hit with the women in his age range, obviously. Like, that's like, I think that's his thing. He's trying to be like slow and like stoic and stuff like that. It's not working out, obviously. But I don't understand the full thing saying we're beefing with him. We're not. I know technically I am with this video, but I'm not really. I'm just generally confused where they've got these ideas from, and I don't understand. I hope well on everyone that I've talked about in the video. I'd never want hate towards any of these people. I'm just trying to make a video and trying to enjoy my day. But yeah, I hope you liked it. Like, comment, subscribe.